Miigwech, boys. Chimiigwech. Kwe kakina. Bonjour tout le monde.
Hello, everybody.
Greetings to everyone.
C'est Claudette.
What a beautiful day it is today. Kanimich Kijigun, Kinun Edishnakaz, Kitagan Zibi, Donjiban. Mon nom c'est Claudette Commanda.
My name is Claudette Commanda.
Je suis une femme algonquienne de la Première
I'm an
Nation.
Algonquin of the First Nation.
Pijajikoma Anishinaabe. Pijajikoma Anishinaabe. Bienvenue ici à la terre
Welcome to the unceded territory of our ancestors, the Algonquin Nation.
Welcome. On behalf of the nation that I come from, the Algonquin Nation, and the Algonquin survivors who are in the audience, and our survivors that are in each of their communities, we, the people of this territory, we acknowledge you. You are our relatives, and we welcome you into this beautiful homeland of our people, the Algonquin and Anishinaabe Omamawenini. We welcome you into this beautiful unsurrendered homeland of our ancestors. So welcome, my relatives. We come together with that one heart, that one mind, one spirit, and that one voice to give honor and to give thanks to our Creator as we say, Chimiigwech Kishiminado Kichimiigwech Kinakeego. As we acknowledge our ancestors and we thank them for their love and their prayer that they give us each and every day. We thank the Creator for His blessing. And the blessing that we have before here are the survivors of Indian residential schools. And we thank you, Creator. We thank you for the love that you have for us. We thank you for the strength that you give us each and every day. We thank you, Creator, for the healing that you bring forth through your love. And may we show that respect and that love and that kindness to all survivors who are here today, to all survivors from coast to coast in this country called Canada, and to those children who did not make it home, and those that are here, Creator, we thank you. We thank you for bringing us together. And Creator, it is my prayer for all who are here. Love, kindness, hope, and let us remember the children today and tomorrow. And as we bring forth healing, let us thank the Creator for giving us that strength and even those tears that He has blessed us with. Chimiigwech, Creator. We thank you, Creator. We thank you, ancestors, for hearing this beautiful prayer from all of our hearts. Miigwech. Thank you, people. I love you all. Miigwech.
Bonjour et bienvenue.
Hello and welcome.
Aujourd'hui, c'est la journée nationale de la
Today
vérité.
is the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation.
Merci, Aînée Claudette Commanda.
Thank you, Elder Claudette Commanda, for this opening prayer.
Aînée Commanda est algonquin.
Elder Commanda is Algonquin from Kitiban Zibi,
Je
Anishinaabe.
m'appelle Daniel Rochette.
My name is Daniel
Je suis
Rochette.
Wendat.
I am a Huron-Wendat and Quebec.
Danse. Earl Whitney Tsiga Sunute Unutskopuni. Kinanas Kumtunawan Uta. Epe Kanawapa Tamego Ma. Kazaga Stepike Eta. Kakiskata to check Awasag Uche. Katamik National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. We are coming to you live from the unceded, unsurrendered territory and the Snobik Algonquin Nation, also known as Capitol Hill. This is the 4th year that Canada marks the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, also known as Orange Shirt Day.
Nous avons commencé la cérémonie avec les chanteurs.
We started with the Eagle River
Et lorsque
Singers,
les membres
and when the
cortège
members
d'ouverture ont
of the
témoigné,
opening
ils ont
group
apporté avec eux un
witnessed,
objet
they
très
brought with them a
spécial,
very special
une boîte de bois
a
singulière,
box
fabriquée à la main
of wood made
pour la
by
commission
hand
de la vérité et de la
for
réconciliation.
the Commission of the
Par
Truth and
l'artiste de la
Reconciliation by the Salis Coast artist Luc
Cette
Marsden.
boîte était présente
This
à toutes les
box was
événements
present at
de
all
la
the TRC
cérémonie.
events,
L'artiste
and Luke, the artist who made it, is here with us today.
à l'intérieur de la boîte
In the box,
se trouvent des objets sacrés,
there are sacred
chacun
objects,
symbolisant la
each one
guérison,
is symbolizing healing and hope. The faces reflect the different cultures of the First Nations, Inuit, and Métis, who are survivors of the residential schools.
Not only on this day, Moikat Sanuts, but every day, Tatuki Sakao, we ask you to acknowledge and honor residential school survivors. And the children who never made it home. While it may seem like this is a time in Canada's history was a long time ago, we have people right here who attended these schools. These are difficult stories to hear and listen to. Ay man, but they were even more difficult to live. Ay wakay maneogo. We ask parents to try to imagine if it was their children, but we also should be asking, imagine if it was your mom or your dad, or your grandparents, your Lola, your Baba, or your Guido.
Vous n'avez peut-être pas entendu parler de cela.
You may not have heard about this at school,
Nous vous remercions
but
de
we
vous
thank you
joindre à
for
nous
joining
et
us
d'apprendre
and for
la
learning the truth
auprès
from
des
survivors here
survivants
today.
ici, aujourd'hui. Si vous nous rejoignez en direct,
And if you're joining us live on TV or on the internet,
nous vous souhaitons la
we
bienvenue dans le cercle.
welcome you into the circle.
Yes, welcome to the circle. Today, today we are going to hear First Nations, Métis, Inuit residential school survivors. When our families were forced into those institutions, two things happened. Their hair was cut short and they were beaten if they spoke their languages. But our language, typical muta, is survived. They did not succeed. Now we are in the process of reclaiming our original words.
En se réappropriant nos langues,
By reappropriating reclaiming our
nous avons
languages,
beaucoup de travail à faire pour nous
we are
rétablir.
reclaiming ourselves, but we still have a lot of work to do to recover and build as Indigenous
Nous remettons encore
nations.
des pensionnats, des
We're still recovering from resident schools, day schools, the 60 scoop,
et du système de la protection de la jeunesse.
and the child welfare
This day
system.
is for the survivors. We hope you take this time to reflect, remember, listen, and learn. Umakisa ka uche, kapaspihi chik. E paksay tamag, kamamtanay tamig, kakiskieg, kanintutabeg, ekwa, kakiskiwa sueg, ekwa, anma, instutabun, kasunameg, kitsawa kanak, ekwa, kiwichewa kanak, tapto, tatawaw, uta.
Nous vous proposons également des prestations musicales et des invités
We
spéciaux.
will also be presenting musical performances, special guests.
Nanaskom ten. Ya pachita ako ba nei hawewin. I'm honored that our languages are being welcomed into the circle as well. You'll hear a lot of different Indigenous languages spoken on the stage today. When I speak Cree, it's healing. I even get to bring my language to Hockey Night in Canada. We'd like to acknowledge all the residential school survivors in the audience, along with the health support workers who are here today. If you could all please stand or give a wave to be recognized. It is so important to sit and listen to the oral histories we are hearing today. It is one of the ways our ancestors passed on information to one another. And that practice continues in the present.
Et comme toute histoire orale, il est important de l'entendre.
And like any oral history, it's important to hear it many times and in different
Madeleine
ways.
Basile n'avait que 6 ans.
At the tender age of 6 years old, Madeleine Basile was taken away and forced to attend the Blue Point Indian Residential School, where she spent the next 10 years. Despite this, she did not lose her language, and she worked for a decade in radio in the Atikamekw language. Madeleine also studied social work and currently works with the Atikamekw Nation Council to manage the residential school health support program, where she and her team provide emotional and cultural support service.
Elle a aussi été membre du comité
She's
national
also served as a member of the National Survivor Committee of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada.
du Canada. Please welcome Madeleine Basile.
Kwekwe, bonjour.
Kwekwe, hello.
Mon nom est
My name is Madeleine Basile, and I'm from the Atikamekw Nation at Wimutashi in Quebec.
C'est un grand honneur pour
It
moi,
is a great honor for me,
en ce bref instant,
in this
de
brief
vous
moment,
rencontrer,
to
de
meet
vous
with you
témoigner d'un
and to
fait
tell you about a fact
par des milliers d'enfants.
that thousands of Indigenous children have experienced.
Laissez-moi vous raconter
Let me
mon expérience
tell you
d'enfant
about my
rural.
experience as a child in a
Le gouvernement
Indian boarding school.
fédéral
The federal government
a décidé,
decided,
sans consulter
without
ma
consulting my family,
famille, de prendre en charge
to take over
mon éducation
my education
ainsi que celui
and that
tant d'enfants.
of so many other children.
J'ai passé
I spent 10 years behind residential schools wall,
à apprendre une langue,
learning a language
une culture
and a culture
qui m'était inconnue.
that were unknown to me.
Ça m'a laissé plein de cicatrices,
It left me with a lot of scars,
entre autres
including
colère,
anger,
le sentiment de rejet,
feelings of rejection,
crise d'identité.
an identity crisis.
Qui suis-je?
Who am I?
C'est une question.
That is a question that has haunted me for years
Je ne savais pas qui
because I didn't know who I was.
Maintenant,
Now,
j'apprends à me connaître.
I am getting to know myself.
Et cette démarche
And this process
m'aide à surmonter
helps me
la peur
overcome
d'être
the
moi-même.
fear of being myself.
Moi, ma famille
Myself, my family,
et toute nation autochtone
and every Indigenous nation
sommes en train d'écrire
are writing
l'histoire,
the history
celle des pensionnats indiens.
of Canada's residential schools.
Je pleure mon enfance perdue
I mourn my lost childhood
auprès des miens,
among my people,
mes parents,
my parents,
mes grands-parents,
my grandparents,
ma famille.
my family.
Votre absence
Your absence during my childhood
n'ont fait qu'agrandir
has only increased
mon amour pour
my love for you.
Je vous aime.
I love you.
Le thème d'aujourd'hui est un appel à tous.
Today's theme is a call to all.
Souvenons-nous des enfants.
Let's remember the children.
Beaucoup d'enfants
Many
ne sont jamais
of those children
retourner à la maison.
never returned home.
Honorons leur mémoire.
Let's honor their memories.
Ne les oublions pas.
Let's not forget them.
C'est à eux
It is for
que
them
je dédie cette journée.
that I dedicate this day.
Ces enfants qu'on ne
To
connaît pas,
these children
mais
whom we
qui
do not
sont
know,
si présents
but
dans nos
who
mémoires
are so
du
present
cœur.
in our heart's memory.
L'espoir d'une vie meilleure
The hope of a better life
m'a toujours inspiré.
has always inspired me.
Dès aujourd'hui,
From this day
vers une harmonie mutuelle,
forward towards mutual harmony,
entretenons ensemble
let's keep
ce feu sacré
this sacred fire
de la vie.
of
Écoutez.
life alive together.
Miigwech. Merci.
Thank you.
Merci, Madeleine.
Thank you, Madeleine.
C'est très beau de voir une mer de
It's so
chandail
good
orange et de
to
se rappeler
see
pourquoi nous sommes
A sea of orange shirts, and remember
Plusieurs personnes
why
savent
we are
que les
here
enfants des
today.
Premières Nations,
A lot of
les
people
Métis,
know
ont
that
été
First
amenés dans les
Nations and
pensionnats.
Métis children
Les Inuits,
were taken away to residential schools,
John Decker
but so
avait
were
12 ans.
Inuit
Lorsqu'elle a
children.
quitté son foyer
John
et sa
Decker
famille
was 12
pour
years old
fréquenter
when she left her
le pensionnat
home
à Northwest
and family to
River, au
attend the
Labrador.
residential school in
John a
Northwest
quand
River,
même réussi
Labrador.
à conserver sa
But
langue
Joanne
maternelle
was able to hold
et
on unto her first language of Inuktitut.
Tawagamiano, here to share her story from Nain, Labrador, na natsiabut is Joan Decker.
Ullusiak ilunasi. Khuyalivunga maana mani khataurama pimmarittuumat ulluk ullumi. Ilitsilu attutau khatausi mayusi at saatau khattasi mayut ilinniavinnut iliyau khattasi mayunut. Piuyulittuk ullumi ilitariau khattalimmattamanna Tayauyuk National Truth Amma Reconciliation Ullumi September 30 mi. John Dickeriuvunga Ati Usi Lautara Martin Naini Miunguvunga Nunat Servumi Labradorimi Iliniarigama Angikarani Nainimi Aulariakhalaukunga Northwest River Remote Iliniavinganut Taunani 1973 minute 1977 ni munut. Suel fanik yari khatlunga aulalaw kunga taitsumani. Sulu khwatsang di taulaw kunga. Allah khanimalaw kunga kapyaso khatalunga makhunik vuginik. Taina tuyumiu vigiya khalautara paivitseak asyang ulautuk angikaranit. Solo han soatuinak ingraditauratta. Suliat satatitauratta sivanik nilituammat. Piungitu khattalautuk pinniatauligatta asinginnut paikatauyunut allattaunanimiunut Northwest Riverimi. Tamanna kappiari khattalautara. Tavatualli hauyimavunga asingit unuttuit piungiloamik anitau khattasimayuvinit. Yarikittusutik sulu tallimakatuinasutik yarikhatlutik at satau khattalautut ananak kuminit at atak kumininlo. Ay para Sam mani khatigiyara ullumi taimat sainak aularia khasimautuk angikaminit nainimit ilinniaviliasuni Northwest Riverimi. Ananara inurun naisi mayuk February uvani yarimi 84 nik yari khatluni. Ammataimat sainak tiuyawlautuk tallimanik yari khatuinasuni angikaminit iliyawsluni boarding school limut nainimi. Tusa si mavunga unutunik unik kataw si mayunik kitsanat tunik anyanat tunillo. At sa taw kata si mayunit nunanginit amma asinginnik nunalinnik nakitsuatuinak. Tayo na boarding school na inimi piyaw sa sinalautuk mahuni yaryulit yuni. Piyaw kami inuit tamani hatalautut umatingit ukilit taw si malitut takut sa ulun naimat nunatini. Uvlumi ikaw matitaw ligivugot kanuk piyaw hatalaw mangata ilinya vilya tiluta tuyumiw vimisuta sugusiutluta. Anya natu galwat tilugu suli inugaswat siya hatavugut inusihat siya luta piyuyumik. Ilik husigiyavut ukhalaw si vullo pimmaritut uvlumimut uvattinut ikayut siamat inut sianguniaratta suli inuratta. Ilinnia vilya si mannivut tuyummiuluta angikavut himahattalurit at tuinisimavuk unuttunik inunnik hitungavut tinillo allat ingutat tinik. Unuttuit allat ukhalaw simminik asiwi si mayut. Uvangali asiwi si mangilanga at suwi na sunga ikaw makaswakat talaw kama. Kisiani inuktitut ukhala sungulaw kunga suusikulut lunga khalunatitut ukhala kaya silaw kunga ilinniya kaya siga makisiani. Ilinya kaya sigama Northwest Riverimi amma asiwit tayo liga swalaw taga ukaw siga inuktitut. Ilan nakalo tamani katawyut inuktitut inginga katalaw kurut inuktitut. Uvlumi piyuivo nga inuktitut ukala sungurama. Ilon nanginik tukisit siya sunga. Ilinya tit si katalaw kunga inuktitut sugusinnut ilinniavimmi angikarani nainimi 38 inik yarinik ilinniatit si yuslunga. Nakumik uvannik tusak hawratsi unikaralatilunga. Tutsiutivatsi ilunasi. Saimatitauniak husituk. Taikwa sugusiakulait angikalaut si mangitut ananak kuminut atatak kuminullo. Ikaw malawlavut. Siuniw titaw si mayut, umatingit tigumialugit. Anaulik ko nga, mana. Tay makaluk, anya natualumik at sataw lunga, ingutakanik. Inukayak hungilanga. Una inutitut Allah si mayara, every child matters. Ilunatik, susit ikanatut. Kutip ilagilisi ilunasi nakumik.
Hi, Joan, kita kage peak squad. Tapwe, pekato sinumuta. It's a beautiful day here in Algonquin territory. Thank you for joining us here at Tatamskat Nawa, watching live on TV and online.
Cette prochaine artiste métisse de la Rivière-Rouge et franco-manitobaine est lauréate de
This next performer is a Juno Award
tourte printanière.
winning
Please welcome
Franco-Manitobaine
Touraine.
Red River Métis artist. Do
Merci.
welcome Adrina.
Hi, my name is
Touraine.
Andrina Turen, and it's an honor for me to be here today. Je suis native de la Rivière-Rouge et je vous partage aujourd'hui une chanson qui s'appelle Tourte printanière. C'est une chanson inspirée par un petit passage dans un livre de chez nous qui s'appelle L'espace de Louis Goulet. Un très beau livre. Cette chanson parle des grandes migrations de cette tourte qui envahissait la prairie, mais qui ultimement est devenue extincte à la fin du 19e siècle. Cette chanson célèbre l'importance de la tradition orale.
At the end of the 19th century, and it celebrates the importance of the oral tradition.
Au temps de la prairie, grand-père nous racontait que parmi les oiseaux des plaines, les tourtes printanières
In prairie days, grandfather used to tell us, among the prairie birds of the western plains were the wild pigeons.
elles ne
They
sont
flew away.
pas
They did not return.
et d'une année à
And
l'autre,
from one year to the next,
elles ont toutes disparu.
they all disappeared.
Et moi, petit enfant,
As a little child,
mais j'attendais le
how
jour
I waited for the day
où toutes ces tourtes feraient leur grand retour.
come back.
Mais elles se sont envolées.
They flew away.
Elles ne sont pas revenues.
They did not return.
Et d'une année à l'autre,
And from one year to the next,
elles ont toutes disparu.
they all disappeared.
Et là, elles ne sont que légendes.
But now,
Ces tourtes
they are only legends.
vagabondes.
Those wandering pigeons,
Elles n'existent que dans les histoires.
they live only
Les
in the stories.
histoires que nos chers aînés nous racontent.
The stories our dear elders tell us.
Elles se sont envolées.
They flew away.
Elles ne sont pas revenues.
They did not return.
Et d'une année à l'autre,
And from one year to the next,
elles ont toutes disparu. Et d'une année à l'autre, les tourtes printanières ont disparu.
Andrina Touraine, merci beaucoup pour cette belle chanson.
Adrina Touren, thank you very much for this wonderful performance.
La directrice générale
From the National Center for Truth and Reconciliation,
de la rafle des années
Stephanie Scott is a 60th school
Anishinaabe
survivor from Roseau River, Anishinaabe,
par le traité
First Nation in Treaty 1 territory. Do welcome Stephanie Scott.
Bonjour. Good afternoon, Miskwanakwatakwe Indigenous, Wabashishi Dodem. My family is from Roseau River Anishinaabe First Nation. I am the daughter of a survivor, and I am a 60 scoop survivor. I am the next generation that was taken away from their family and nation. I say miigwech to Elder Commanda for her prayer and to the Algonquin Nation for welcoming us into their territory. And I welcome all leadership and honored guests that are with us today. We cannot do this work without you. And to the survivors of residential schools, we are here today because of you, because of the hard truths that you have shared, because of your courage. I say Chi Miigwech today because it is a powerful day. I have heard survivors say every day should be a day for truth and a day for action. Every day we should honor the survivors and all those little ones who died or went missing and did not return to the arms of their loved ones. We should think about what their lives can teach us about the truth of this country, and every day we should be asking ourselves what we can do as witnesses to this truth. The National Day for Truth and Reconciliation is an opportunity to welcome more and more people into the conversation, and I am grateful for that. If you're joining us for the very first time, welcome. We're happy to have you with us as part of this journey, and we hope that you will bring others along with you. Learn the facts about the residential schools from the people who lived it. Respect the survivors, respect their language, amplify their voices, and never restrict what they need to share, because there is a powerful message in those teachings. And call out the deniers, the people who still don't want to face the truth, the people who want to replace facts with falsehoods. And call out all levels of government and the churches to continue to support the work of truth, to ensure we find our missing children, because we, as First Nation, Inuit, and Métis people, should not have to fight and lobby for funding in our own lands. The residential school system was intended to destroy us, and they did not succeed. Our children suffered in those institutions, and to this day their spirits call out to all of us to be remembered and to be honored. The NCTR was born from the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada, and we have a sacred responsibility to help identify all the children who never came home. We have a powerful symbol of those truths today. The National Student Memorial Register was created to remember and honor the children who never came home. The names in the registry are all the children identified through the records and thousands of statements in the NCTR's care. Through ceremony, traditional knowledge keepers, they guided us in creating this memorial cloth, which inscribes the names of young children from over 140 residential schools. There are more than 4,000 students on the registry, and through NCTR research, the team has been able to find 400 additional names this year, 400 names. We are working closely with community and family members to share the details of those records and those lives lost. While the cloth is walked in, we are asking our guests to help honor the children and to show their commitment to truth and reconciliation. The moccasins and shoes represent the children whose stories have not been told and whose lives and spirits we honor today. I say miigwech to all of you for being here. Miigwech, thank you.
Je voudrais maintenant inviter son
I would
Excellence,
like
la
to
très honorable
now
Mary Simon,
invite Her Excellency,
Gouverneur général
the
du
Right
Canada,
Honorable Mary
à
Simon,
prendre la parole.
Governor General of Canada, to take the floor.
Good afternoon. Bonjour. Ilunasi, Tungasugitsi, innate elders, elder commander, survivors, Indigenous leaders, and all other distinguished guests. First, I want to acknowledge that we are gathered on the unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people, who have cared for this land for thousands of years. Today, we commemorate the thousands of lives forever lost or traumatically impacted by the residential school system. Aujourd'hui, nous rendons hommage à la résilience des
Today we honor the resilience of residential school survivors.
We honor the resilience of survivors who continue to bravely share their stories so that we may learn. In their stories, there is unspeakable pain, but there is also tremendous courage and determination to emerge into healing and light. I am deeply inspired by the stories of the survivors who have overcome so much to be with us today, by the stories of broken families gradually rebuilding their bonds, their communities, and their identities, by the stories of the survivors disconnected from essential services because their past traumas made them fear and mistrust teachers and doctors. Tomorrow, we will stand under the survivors' flag here on Parliament Hill to honor these courageous individuals. Despite the atrocities they endured, survivors are reaching out to Canadians. They want all of Canada to learn from these hard lessons so they will never be repeated. But the flags and symbols are not enough. Uvartinik apersore harata ilunata katutilugu katutigilugutanna ullumi katingautigiabut piunik samay sibunit sa siore harata. Nous faisons des progrès.
We are making progress.
More attention being given to learning about Canada's true history. We are paving the way to economic, education, and health reconciliation. First Nations, Inuit, and Métis voices are being more and more heard and valued, and I greatly appreciated the Indigenous languages that were spoken today. We still have much work to do, but I feel increasingly hopeful as I travel across the country. There is a sense that as a country, we must work together and to give equality to each and every one of us. Aujourd'hui, j'invite toute la population
Today,
canadienne
I'm asking all the Canadian population
des survivants
to recognize these survivors
communauté.
and their communities,
You can
and to
share
ally with them.
this knowledge and help reconcile our history. You can speak out against discrimination when you see it. Nuna hakasi mayuit pichutito hanginik ikayogon na pusi tamanna piso kasi mayanga unikaw sa hatalugo. Amalo naman ang itumik at ukto halakpat uhaksimatia hataluta ilunata. Truth builds trust, and trust builds hope. Let's continue walking this path together. Nakukme magalo ilunasi. Merci. Thank you.
Hi, Mary Simon, ki Peak Square winoche. XP, ki taisini mat, kagit sahu chego he, takabwa, ni soki ya, ki spainwa, wisaka suawa, ki mansaka tewa, egwa, ki pakabahewa, ki spend apachi toto, o Peak Square winwawa, maga, kia pets, kia patalwa, Peak Square wina, egwa, megwats, ekakwe, pasekuna mek ki Peak Square winwawa. Jackie Pizendewatch is a residential school survivor. Ki paspiu ektoche. She was taken away at 7 years old and sent to Kenora, Egiawas Sitesa. She then attended day school in Kanawaki, Quebec. Both of these schools are over 2,000 kilometers apart.
Sans notre vérité, nous ne pouvons pas parvenir à la réconciliation.
Without our truth, we cannot reach reconciliation.
Please welcome Jackie Pizendewatch.
Oui. Il est rendu bien John Jabbar, chacun côté de la cause. Really, my name is Jackie Pizendewatch. The government changed our name to Cote. I went to St. Mary's Residential School, and these are my brothers, my sister. 6 of us were taken away to residential school, and the only ones that were left was my mother and my father. So you could imagine how empty the house must have been. When they came to pick us up, they bought us new clothes. We looked good. We never had nice clothes like that. And they promised my mother and father that we would get a good education. Of course, who wouldn't want that for their child? So we were put on a train, and we went to Kenora, and that's near Winnipeg. That's how far we had to go to school. And when we got there, they stripped us. They took all those nice clothes that they bought. They were lying. They were liars. According to them, we were dirty Indians. They cut our hair. They threw us in the bathtub because wash the Indianness out of us, scrubbing us. It didn't work. They wanted to kill the Indian and the child. The little kids that went to school, me, 7 years old, my brother, 4 years old, Eddie, my sister Margaret, 6 of us went, and there was a lot of abuse, physical, sexual. This is my opinion. When we got there, they had open arms to invite us in. Come on in. Because they were a bunch of pedophiles. That's what they were. They were a bunch of pedophiles, and they had 6 of us lined up, and other people from other communities. They had control of us, and that was their day. We made their day, but not realizing what kind of day we gave them. They controlled us. At night, they would visit us in the rooms where we slept in cots. Cots were lined up like that. And my sister Margaret, she was beside me, and I don't remember her at all. That's how much it affected me. I don't remember her. I don't even remember talking because we weren't allowed to talk our Nishnabemwin. Chian Metagzian, Nishnabemwin. Yipaktego pitch Nishnaben, Nishnabien. Kangin the tossing Gertruine. Pitch Kabiwe young. When we went home, we still had our language because we went home just for the summer and then they'd pick us up again. And my brother Eddie, that's why he learned to lie. Because they used to take us to go to confession. And he told the truth in there, what was happening with him. And the priest or whoever it was went to report it to the other people that were taking care of us, and he got a beating. And that's where he learned to lie. And that was run by priests and nuns. I'm not going to pity anybody, not them anyways. They hid behind their robes, their black robes. That's where they were hiding. They were pretending to be working for the Creator or God or whatever you want to call him. They weren't working for him. They were working for Majimanido, the devil. And that's where we learned about the devil. We never knew about devil. And the food they fed us, you always wanted to eat. You'd see the dinner table of the nuns, bananas, oranges, apples, and we craved for that, but we were only allowed to look at it. And when we left home, we were rich. We didn't have material things, but we were very rich because we were able to eat partridge, moose meat, deer meat, beaver meat, everything. My mother used to make homemade bread. We lost all that. But we were very rich with love. It didn't cost anything. Love is free. And that's where we were very rich with love. And when I look at those little slippers there, I gotta quit talking. I have to say one more thing. Those little slippers there, it friggin' bothers me. And they said, you gotta learn to forgive. I can't forgive. I can't forgive until they bring all those kids home where they belong, with their parents. There's no forgiving, not for me. I can't forgive. Because that's where I learned being taken care of priests and nuns. Me and him, the Creator. And I teach that to my granddaughter. I teach them to nobody in between them. Just you and the Creator, and you're never going to go wrong. Don't go confess to some other man or a woman. You don't need a messenger. I'm going over. You don't need a messenger because you're going to be sure that he's going to hear you. You don't need someone to go there and pass your message. You can do it yourself because the Creator gave us our own minds and we're going to use it. Me wait for listening. I have to go. My time is up. And I have a hard time to get off the stage when I start. Thank you.
Akwe miuiche to. Mache paino che. Tapwe wen. Mache paino che. Ekwa uta. Ki cheap moon. Ki paspeo che o he. Ekakwe mas kami to peak square win. Maga. Aga mapachito. Anuts. We mam skutam. Utapwe win egwa. We apachita o peak square win. Eogo. Kaskite we asata peak square win.
Please welcome Kate Chief Moon.
Okay, next up, wow, okay. Kitsi, Hana Examas of one of Christi Quay. Christi Quay, Haxana, that up, Machsanatse, Otkoinatse, is Tokasoka Semi Christi Quay. Phyllis Webster, Manist Quayit. Iki Semi needs it up here. Mahkumanistua taus. Aapisto toki itse puu toki ki päätä pirsinon ki to meitä sinnon. Ihsitsi niin sitä piipukäiksi. Mahkitsitsini katu suai. Maanesika muuta katu puai. I putpua estsi. Ki itse mats kuut hajueksa. I missä kuunuaja. Sir John A. McDonald. I sihka. Maksi sopas niitä se tappi. Pukeeks. Ei tuutse piahkaa. I täskelma skypis. I täiks piaja. Puuttu kanuas. Eiks piahkaa. I tuanstaja. Ke maatat sitä piikuan ispaa. Niin teiksi piukoksi maatat tuosta piitäkspaa. Ne kuupuksinni. I kuututa maa piir. Komandista oavat taus. Soomats kahsuusi. Se sapin skuutsi. Niin sitä pi maatajaksista paatu kitauksennut. Kaakomanista ässäskis matoiskoi ke kaakomanista avakois nettai. Net tuutuhpinnaan nahkitse sinne katu sinnaan Canada. Naan stotoitsi käispinnaan. Niin nyt sinnaan ohkuun nois sinnaan apamiapiikoiksi. Anjai. The
interpreter apologizes. The speaker is speaking in Blackfoot.
Ich bin bei der Biopia. Awakammokia, mattautuitsikakia, ihpsuupia. Istukana pispih, utsita okaksi mahpuai. Okaksi max Supreme Court of Canada. Ania, Anich Doctrine of Discovery, Terra Nullius. Canada. Mata hutsisida piwaxa mat pchewa akakse manistri. Genishk Bering Strait theory. Krista pi. Mata nistrewa tsik. Apisto toke itchepu toke anom kitawxinno. Canada is sit sopatse ne tsetapi. Ikamu satumia kitskrachko minnon. In Tokia ne. It's a puuttuus. Niin sitä piskahkoist. In nästu kaksi maanistsi. It's sikahatstumia. Naatua pipäätä piiksi. It koneeta pipuuttuus. It äskelima skjupistsi. Naatuja piikueks. Natua pakieks. Ei sta matso kia kanesikapi. Ki istikanapi. Kanekisikus. Ni toka manisto pinan sukapi. Kaneta pia maksukapis kristikoi. Kristikoi ihsiskatup. National Truth and Reconciliation Day. Akutsi statup. Canada. Maksapuhsuai in nestu kaksimanisi ki maksukuteitsi kaksa. Ki akitsinopous. Mo utito kaksimahwa. Neksuka han. Thank you for listening to me.
Merci, Kate, d'avoir partagé ton
Thank you, Keith, for having shared your story.
Welcome from the Kluane First Nation to perform We're Still Here. This is Diet and the Law of Soldier.
Zenu shokwethanda Juan. Ainji tashanili na nini ka. Ak anzenu da dan kei show you nanaje koran ijan shi. We're still here. Ket an ezenu show kwarathon. Yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey. Get donkeys and show quite a thou, hey, hey. Hey, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey. Get donkeys and show quite a thou, hey, hey. Yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey. Get donkeys and show quite a thou. They keep trying to take our flowers, replace them with guns. No one's going to take my heart. That's a battle I've already won. You can run, you can hide. What good will that do us? At least we know we tried. At the end of the night, got nowhere to go, stuck on this ball. We're out of control, but we're still here. So raise your voice tonight to life. Tomorrow we'll try to do what's right. We're still here. So many words are flying at us, claiming to be the best. But words don't carry weight when you don't know who to trust. Everyone knows, everyone sees. Truth is but a small part of what you want to believe. At the end of the night, got nowhere to go, stuck on this ball. We're out of control, but we're still here. So raise your drink tonight to life. Tomorrow we'll try to do what's right. We're still here. And we got tomorrow. We'll live for a brighter day. Yeah, we got tomorrow. We'll live for a brighter day. Steady starting lines and battle cries, giving everything we got. There's no joy in the race to be everything you're not. But in the sweetest dreams, you're not alone. So we keep searching for a place that garden grows. At the end of the night, got nowhere to go, stuck on this ball. We're out of control, but we're still here. So raise your voice tonight to life. Tomorrow we'll try to do what's right. Yeah, we're still here. And we got tomorrow. We'll live for a brighter day. Yeah, we got tomorrow. We'll live for a brighter day. Yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey. Get donkeys and you show put it down, hey. Yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey. Get donkeys and you show put it down, hey. Yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey. Get donkeys and you show put it down, hey. Yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey. Get donkeys and you show put it down, hey. Shining light, sheesh.
C'était Diet and the Love Soldiers.
And that was Diet and the Love Soldiers. Thank you for that fantastic performance.
De nombreuses personnes ont travaillé.
Many people worked very hard to create the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation.
Nous en sommes aujourd'hui
And now
à la quatrième.
we're in the 4th year,
Rendant hommage à
recognizing all the beautiful survivors,
aux enfants
the children who never made it home,
et à ceux qui luttent
and those who are still fighting today to survive the colonial and intergenerational impacts
de ces soi-disant.
of these so-called schools.
Hawaii gua, kawi pig squid vista, equipa speed. Lori McDonald kitu tewe gua, kipa speed tam. Ermineskin Residential School, SP, 1963. He graduated from university with a Bachelor of Education, specializing in children with developmental issues. After teaching for 27 years in various schools across Canada, Laurie focused on the protection of children through his work with various child welfare services. Ekta kagik snamui tek snamuat kutagag awasa ka kanoe majik pokwite. Laurie retired to Kipuna Toskeo in 2019 and returned home to Enoch Cree Nation, Maskwati si Keoko. He is inspired by his people in Maskwati si and marvel at their resilience and will continue to exercise and use his gifts wherever needed.
Tanse! Wow, look at those beautiful faces out there. Nia Niskot, the win. I am so grateful to be here in this beautiful territory. And how does one follow that beautiful voice that was before me? Today we've had the opportunity to hear a lot of beautiful stories and saw a lot of resiliency. Having this young lady come before me eases that pain sometimes because I know we're on the right path. I am grateful to the Creator for being able to come walk on this earth one more day. I have been an educator and a child protection worker for many, many, many years. And at a tender age of 11, I left my community, never to return home until I was at age 70. So what does that tell us? There are many people like me out there that go to these institutions and never return home. Look out there. What you see out there is a lot of hurting souls. You may classify them as people that live on the Skid Row. Remember, they have a story. Listen to them. For me, I'm an open book. I am two-spirited and a proud and traditional two-spirited person. However, when you are in these institutions, which they call schools, these traditional ways are not respected. And they certainly tell you they're not acceptable. And as such, people like me, children, and in those days, children did not matter. You become prey and you become a victim. Granted, all my peers that went to these schools suffered those abuses of physical harm, mental harm, neglect, sexual abuse. We did to some degree. But I stand in front of you to tell you this. Our abuse was profound. You vision yourself as being whoever you want to be. I couldn't be that flighty little person that I grew up to be and accepting things that I didn't want to hunt. I'd rather pick berries with my sisters. Couldn't do that because it was just not acceptable. As such, in the spirit of reconciliation, I tell you all out there, for those of you that are struggling with identity and identity issues and are not able to say, hey, no como nimo said, I am two-spirited. Say it. There are no closets in our teepees. Just be awesome and take your rightful place in that circle. That's where you belong. This being who we are is a gift, and a gift that no one's going to take away again. For the last 3 years, I've had the privilege of sitting on the Survival Circle for the National Center for Truth and Reconciliation. And as a member, I hope to ensure that our stories are relevant and informative so that history will never be repeated again. In our traditional ways, regardless of which nation we come from, your voice matters. So today, I look at this beautiful, beautiful sea of orange. And what do those shirts say? Every child matters. Hi, hi, say.
Hi, Lori McDonald. Gusto ka kipix ko ogo matawon. Well, this has been an amazing day, don't you think, Danielle?
Oui, c'est tellement émouvant et stimulant.
Yes, it was quite empowering and moving. Let's carry on.
De la colonie de la Rivière Rouge. Il y a un survivant des
Is a Muti Mishif, a descendant from the Red River settlement and a residential survivor. He's worked as spiritual caregiver and elder for over 20 years in the Manitoba justice system, as well as at the Macy Child and Family Services. Brian offers culturally relevant care and therapy to Métis, First Nations, and Inuit children, youth, and families. He's also one of 71 selected leaders of the world who went on a pilgrimage in France. And he continues to move forward and serve others.
Allô? Bonjour, Tanzin. Nishkasun, Brian Norman. Puis j'ai c'était tout été mitonné à Wickelcheck. Nipachima, chic, qui jette un chef, mais qui descendant au chi de rouge la rivière. On pêche à un village. Puis on les savait à pied au chez donc était quand était des écoles et sur celui-là c'est un Marion en Canada à Canada. Adu Krishna Muna Muviate Transition Keshia Munia Nom Ietrama Keshiyama Mun Mechef. Aweke Ça faisait puis un garçon a réuni à nous à Zate. Il a la talent créateur. Non. À nous chenonner que chez Moses a push a moved sucor chipastic. On Rupi, a spiritual caregiver, knowledge keeper, P. Elder, Headley Correctional Center. On m'a dit vaincu parce qu'ils ont pas Saint Charles et l'école. Et on a eu son bien quitté ma mère sexually, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, culturally. I wish he could learn at l'école. Kishi, Tashni, Kashima, Lakum, Mechif Lang. Et Kashi, Shishana, je sais pas un sauvage qui a franche puis anglais. Chacun le temps en rémétoni, Mechif Lang. On paquetait un grand droit, sutra. Puis la mère qui c'est une vache d'école. Puis là, après, je termine quitter ma Ottawa dans typiquement chemin ma. Foudané, non, avec sauté, cachené. J'ai braille, puis j'ai braille. Tous les jours, j'ai pensé pour ça. Il fait mal de mon cœur. L'école est important pour un port, ni ça tout, tamik, Awitninaki institution is Nakwan Ottawa, Nita, Iti, a visit quoi Ottawa dans Canada. Puis j'ai vu mon coup puisque quoi mis en Kishana, Masli en Keishu Kon. J'ai stagé merci pour la journée, pour couche cassier, puis c'est comme marcher avant un voyage, la journée en tout de vraie reconciliation. Merci, Miigwech. Je t'aime avec tout mon cœur. Oh oh.
I love you with all my heart.
From the One Arrow First Nation in Saskatchewan, please welcome the activist, the actor, the singer, the legendary Tom Jackson. Accompanied by dancers Jera Wolf and Madison Noon.
I was going to come out today and ask you how you're doing, but I decided that I'm going to come out here and tell you how I'm doing. I'm awesome. And you know why? Because today we're going to change the world. If you'd like to see a better world, say aye. Okay, some of you would. If you'd like to see a better world, say aye. If you'd like to see a better world, say love. In her eyes, we will always be equals. One blue drop in her forest rain. Hear her voice in the cry of the eagles, singing love is going to lead the way. We all need blue water. We all need to lead the way. We all need blue water. We all need to lead the way. We'll sail the 7 seas and find a new direction. Thirsty tears we will wash away. There are thorns in the crown of perfection, but love is going to lead the way. We all need blue water. We all need to lead the way. We all need blue water. We all need to lead the way. There will always be rainbows. There will always be a better day. I believe there is a kingdom in tomorrow, and a child of love will lead the way. The world's future is in our hands. It is our home and our native land. We all need to understand we all need blue water. We all need to lead the way. We all need blue water. We all need to lead the way.
Merci. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Earl.
It has been a delight hosting Earl, it has been a delight hosting, remembering the children with you. Et à vous, notre public ici à Ottawa, merci beaucoup.
And to you, our public here in Ottawa, thank you for having honored the survival by taking the time to join us here today.
And thank you, Danielle, for being such a great co-host. Ego okay. Gawin ka mo check minoge gawini mi kagini mi to check okay. Kapesitos kage komano kagi sagag. Ekwatato gi sagao. Umaka kai ka kesia kai ka wan kesia no ago magan teka ka me mo ag mina kai pume kasagi to ag mina mamo ka matuon ne ogo. Remember on this day and every day, tato gi sagao, without truth we cannot have muiteton reconciliation eogo kasi ka tek no ako makantek. Ekose petamag ektega wigiwe ektega utspasiko ektega admiose ektega mskawana wow asemina msoats mina ketatawe kitam na hepaigo tawasakam kepe ay tutena no sagito kakyo eksamaga petamag.
Our children suffered in those institutions, and to this day, their spirits call out to all of us to be remembered and to be honored.
This is CTV News Channel. It's Monday, September the 30th, Canada marking National Truth and Reconciliation Day today, with events and ceremonies being held across the country.
The results of Israeli invasions of Lebanese territory in the past have not ended very well for Israel.
Israeli forces are reportedly set to launch a ground invasion into Lebanon as soon as today, with some indications already that soldiers may be on the ground in southern Lebanon.
It's not just a catastrophic storm, it's a historic, history-making storm. Entire Southeast and Appalachia.
And Hurricane Helene's trail of destruction in the United States. 112 people now confirmed to have been killed, and there are hundreds still missing from Florida right through the Carolinas. This is CTV News Channel. I'm Todd Vanderheyden. Good to have you with us from across the country on this Monday, and people across Canada marking